Right now at noon, we see how the city of Joplin turned out for last night's Christmas parade, plus all the holiday festivities still to come.
We've got winds increasing across the area today and temperatures continuing to rise. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up.
Plus, Time Magazine announces their Person of the Year.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on KOAM News at Noon. I'm Caitlin O'Shaughnessy. In today's top story, a fatal crash claims the life of a Pineville woman. It occurred yesterday at 2:15 p.m. on Highway 90, just 7 miles east of Pineville, Missouri. 38-year-old Lacey Daniels was driving her 2009 Nissan Altima westbound on Highway 90 when she crossed the center of the road and struck a 2021 Ford Ranger head-on. Daniels was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the Ford, 69-year-old Krisney Morrow of Seneca, suffered serious injuries and was transported to Freeman West. We'll keep you updated on this story as more details become available. Following the suspension of the Granby, Missouri police chief last month, the city council is now taking disciplinary action against a reserve officer. Video released yesterday shows part of a heated exchange between the council and reserve officer John Epperson. During the short meeting, it was outlined that Epperson had initiated an investigation of a superior officer. Several minutes into the discussion, Epperson read Miranda rights to Mayor Jamie Conway, but said he was not arresting her. The words escalated between Epperson and the council, leading up to Epperson's suspension.
Are you an employee of the city of Granby?
Are you
an employee?
Stop, ma'am. I'm trying to help you
boss.
Negative.
She is your
I would
boss.
like to make a motion that we move to suspend Officer Epperson upon formal investigation.
Do you understand that
I have a motion on the floor by Doreen that states that
you just violated my
she is.
civil rights?
Please step back, Officer Deno.
Do you understand that?
Please step back.
Behind the microphone.
Behind the microphone,
Sure.
sir.
No.
Last month, the council placed Police Chief Rico Emberg on paid leave pending an investigation. The city has not released details of that case. You can see more of the video from Monday night's meeting at KOAMnewsnow.com.
We've got winds starting to increase across the area. We're going to be looking at gusts today out of the south at 20 miles an hour, but it's going to continue to get windier as we go into tonight and into our Thursday. Earlier today, though, the clouds, we had a few of them. Those began to clear out. MoDOT camera 20th and range line looking great. You can see from earlier our camera on the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin, just a few clouds out there. Looking at sunny skies for us today. Again, we've had another day where we've been in a rare situation right at normal. We started at 29 yesterday, so only a couple of degrees off of pace, and made it up to right exactly where we're supposed to be. And that very rarely happens around here, as you folks at home know. I don't even know how they come up with averages, given that we never seem to have average days, but there we are. Average highs right around 50. Monday, Tuesday, not far off of that. Today, we're going to be a little warmer than that, but not so much. And then we're going to start to warm up as we go into Thursday and Friday ahead of some changes in our forecast. Heading through the rest of this evening, though, again, we're going to be breezy. And after 10, those south winds are going to start gusting around 30 miles an hour. And we're going to fall back. We're going to be about 10, 15 degrees above average tonight, falling back into the mid-40s out there. We have some thunderstorm chances on the way. We're still watching that wintry mix for Saturday. And we got the warm weather. We'll look at all that in the full forecast here in a few more minutes.
Well, yesterday's Toy Box Telethon was a great success, and we want to thank all of those who called in and donated. One of the many organizations that help us distribute the toys raised is Toys for Tots in Grove, Oklahoma. Crystal Vaughn is a Toys for Tots volunteer who used to receive toy donations for her own kids. She knows firsthand how much of a difference your act of kindness can make.
Some of these parents, they cry on your shoulder and you give them that love and it's going to be okay. Parents, some of the parents are just, they're broken. And I want them to feel that they're not alone. We're here to help.
Toys for Tots is one of a number of charitable organizations throughout the 4 states that help identify families in need and get the toys to the kids. And donating is just one of the ways to help. The other is shopping. We tagged along for a shopping spree with the folks from Miss Daisy's Home and Decor to learn how they're making Christmas extra special for children in the 4 states.
I just love it. I love giving back to the community, and this is one small way that we can do that. Well, for me, I have a voice, so I love to shop for girls. So it's just fun, and it's just fun knowing that this is going to somebody who will enjoy it, wants it, needs it. It feels good. It really feels good to give back to just our whole community. So we're very blessed, and now we just want to share that with others. Just that they have a sense to want to be able to give too. You know, it's just, there's something about giving to others that just makes you feel good. And I just want our customers or anybody that's watching just to be able to give back and enjoy that feeling of giving back.
And finally, downtown Joplin was packed last night as people and floats marched along Main Street for the city's annual Christmas parade. The theme of this year's parade was Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, with 99 floats and bands taking part in the holiday spectacle. The KOAM team was in attendance, and we all enjoyed wishing our viewers and community members a very Merry Christmas. You can find details on other area parades on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. And that's a look at today's top stories and weather in the 4 states region. Up next on KOAM News at Noon, the U.S. has pledged an additional $21 million in humanitarian aid for the Palestinian territory. We'll have the latest developments on the Israel-Gaza war. And later, we're making melt-away peanut butter fudge in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. Stay tuned. This just in, former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is leaving Congress. The California Republican announced his resignation in a Wall Street Journal op-ed Wednesday, saying he will resign from his congressional seat at the end of this year. It comes 2 months after McCarthy was ousted as the 55th House Speaker after just 9 months, making him the first speaker in history to be removed by his colleagues. In the op-ed, McCarthy said that he was leaving the House to serve America in new ways, adding he's committed to lending his experience to support the next generation of leaders. During his nearly 20-year political career, McCarthy was the leader of the House Republican Conference from 2019 to 2023 and served as House Minority Leader from 2019 until his election as Speaker this year. And the war between Israel and Hamas shows no signs of winding down. The Hamas-run health ministry says the Palestinian death toll has now surpassed 16,000. This comes as the U.S. is pledging millions more dollars to aid in Gaza. CBS's Ian Lee reports.
Street by street, house to house, Israeli forces push deeper into the heart of Khan Yunis. Gaza's second largest city is known as a Hamas stronghold. Military leaders say they're locked in the most intense fighting of the war. The United Nations is calling the situation in southern Gaza apocalyptic. Early Wednesday, a security guard shot in the air to disperse desperate Palestinians looting a shop. They're struggling to survive as airstrikes reduce entire neighborhoods to rubble. Thousands of children have died in nearly 2 months of fighting.
Only a ceasefire is going to save the children of Gaza right now.
The U.S. has pledged an additional $21 million in humanitarian aid for the Palestinian territory, in part to help build a field hospital. In their hunt for Hamas, Israel Defense Forces say they uncovered the largest stash of weapons so far near a school in northern Gaza. But their mission to bring hostages home is paramount.
I missed you.
I missed you too, baby.
Freed Israeli hostage Mia Leinberg has been reunited with her parents. The teenager and her dog Bella spent more than 50 days in Hamas captivity.
As much as I am happy to be back, we're still not done. Everybody needs to do their part to bring everybody back.
More than 130 hostages are still being held in Gaza, including 8 Americans. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
The UA says that 1.87 million people, over 80% of the population, have already fled their homes. Many Palestinians fear they won't be allowed to return. And Time magazine has named singer-songwriter Taylor Swift its 2023 Person of the Year. According to Time Magazine's editor-in-chief, Sam Jacobs, she was chosen in part for her ability to transcend borders and be a source of light. Time Magazine's press release says Swift is the first figure from the arts to be named Person of the Year for her success as an entertainer. She is the 4th solo person of the year to be born in the last century. Included in the issue is an in-depth interview with Swift, which touches on topics like her relationship with NFL star Travis Kelce and life on the road during the Eras Tour. The Person of the Year issue of Time goes on sale on Friday, December 15th. And still to come on KOAM News at Noon, we see what's cooking with Mr. Food.
Nothing says happy holidays like homemade treats. And the ones we're making today are as sweet as they come.
And we're tracking warmer weather, gustier winds, and some thunderstorm chances. We'll look at all that in the forecast when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at Noon. So after a really cold start, colder than what we were yesterday morning, we're actually slightly warmer now as we head into our Wednesday, and we're going to continue to warm up. Let's take a look outside. MoDOT camera 20th in range line from earlier this morning, and you can see where we had that nice sunshine out there. Even though it was cold, it still looked great. Our camera on the Cornell Complex in downtown Joplin earlier today also showing just a few clouds. Those out of here now as we continue to clear out with sunny skies today, and it was a great start to the day over in Kansas. That's the KDOT camera, of course, on 69 East 520th Avenue, just south of Pittsburgh. So for the rest of today, we're looking at highs for most of us in the low to mid 50s, so right about where we should be, but some could reach into the upper 50s under those sunny skies. The south breeze 5 to 15, so it'll be gusting to 20 miles an hour as we head through the rest of the afternoon, and those wind speeds are going to increase as we head into tonight. Still out of the south, but now gusting to 30. That's keeping us about 10-15 degrees above normal as we fall back in the low to mid 40s out there, but with continued clear skies. We'll see a few more clouds for us on our Thursday, but we're also warmer, partly cloudy, 60, so well above average, and our winds continuing to increase. Now out of the south at 20 to 30, gusting upwards of 40 miles an hour, ahead of some changes in our forecast. By noon Friday, we're going to start to see scattered showers and thunderstorms, a few more by 2, and as we head later into the afternoon and evening, these will become more numerous, a little more widespread across the area. So here we are at midnight with these showers and storms. A couple of strong storms are possible, but right now we're only looking at maybe the potential for some small hail, but we'll keep a close eye on that for you. But take a look at this, midnight Saturday, 59 on the future track for Joplin at midnight. So Saturday, there's been some changes on the future track. One, at least for right now, the snow has been removed. We're not completely convinced that it's not going to do something, but it's been removed off the future track. But what's the other change is temperatures falling. Originally, we were looking down the road at maybe holding on to the 50s a little longer into Saturday, but as you can see, by 9 a.m., temperatures begin to fall. They don't plummet, but they do fall back a bit, and so we still think a wintry mix is going to be possible as we head into Saturday, late morning, early afternoon. In terms of the stronger storms, we're close enough now, and we do have that low-end risk that's been highlighted for pretty much right along and south of I-44, and again, the primary concern right now is just some small hail, but of course, we'll keep a very close eye on that. And the thunderstorms have been the one consistent thing on the long-range models that have been showing up is that chance for showers and storms with a bigger chance for severe weather down to our south. So thankfully, we're going to miss out on that. 60 tomorrow, again 60 on Friday, again early highs Saturday in the upper 50s, and then falling temperatures down into the upper 20s by overnight. Mid 40s on Sunday, a little warmer Monday and Tuesday into the 50s, showers build in, and with the clouds and with the rain next week, that does begin to drop our temperatures a bit. We're going to fall below average going into the low to mid 40s by the end of next week. Caitlin?
All right, well, stick around because we're making melt-away peanut butter fudge in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. It's time to check in with Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Today he's making a melt-in-your-mouth dish that's perfect for get-togethers and potlucks, but also something you could all keep for yourself. It's called melt-away peanut butter. Take a look.
Over the years here in the Test Kitchen, we've shared lots of homemade holiday gift ideas. Everything from freshly baked quick breads to holiday cookies. And it's always nice to hear from you how much these edible treats are appreciated. So in order to keep this tradition going, today we're sharing a few of our favorite homemade fudge recipes. Imagine presenting your boss or neighbor with a box of the super rich chocolate walnut fudge. And if you love the cozy feeling that goes hand in hand with gingerbread, then you might want to consider making a batch of our holiday gingerbread fudge. And while both of these are amazing, one that stands out the most is our peanut butter fudge. It's simply mix, heat, stir, chill, cut, and enjoy. And when you present these in a holiday tin or on a plate all fancied up, get ready for lots of oohs and ahs. So right after the news, why don't you go to our website and get the recipe for melt-away peanut butter fudge, along with the chocolate walnut fudge and our holiday gingerbread fudge. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a creamy fudgy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
To find this recipe, along with many others, just head over to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com and click on Mr. Food. Now here's a look at your 4-state market prices.
All right, again, temperatures today right around the mid-50s, 60 tomorrow, but bear in mind, winds tomorrow gusting out of the south at around 40 miles an hour, so do be cautious. Showers and thunderstorms build in by about noon tomorrow. A couple of strong storms possible in the evening. We'll keep an eye on that for you. And by tomorrow, Friday, highs around 60. Early highs Saturday falling, watching that potential for a wintry mix.
All right, and Dal, what do you have for us this evening?
Well, a lot coming up at 5. For starters, it's National Influenza Vaccination Week. With flu cases and hospitalizations increasing, health officials are reminding everyone there's still time to get your flu vaccine. Plus, McDonald County High School's outdoor science class launches a study to look at Elk River's ecosystem. And it's Pet Vet Wednesday as our animal expert answers your questions. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's coming up on KOAM News at 5.
All right, and that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at Noon. Have a great rest of your day.